We have the white shirt and tie crowd right there. Let me just continue. I love how Mormons send missionaries around the world. I love how polite you are. I have my team is Mormon. Terrell's a Mormon. Andrew's a Mormon. Mormons are great people. So everything I say, everybody, I'm an evangelical Christian. We're going to have fun with this, but I'm not one of those guys that hates on Mormons or calls names at Mormons. Cool? What evidence do you have for that claim?
So I would say that first off, the Protestant claim really works off more of the reforms back in the 1500s based off Martin Luther. And he piggybacks off of Catholicism where they adopt a lot of dogmas for them, such as the Trinity. For instance, one of the differentiations between us and why people don't think we're Christian is because we don't have the same view of the Godhead, and we have an open canon of Scripture, and we don't believe that the Scripture is infallible. So, those are the things I'm going to challenge you on.
Okay, where is the archaeological evidence for the Nephites?
In America over the last 10 years.
Counting or not counting gang violence?
Damn. I never thought he'd come back like this. Blasting. Like I said, it was funny like that in the hood sometimes. I mean, you never knew what was going to happen or when. I had done too much to turn back.
We know for certain that MLK was a womanizer.
And I'd done too much to go on.
George Floyd didn't die because of the police officer. He died largely because of a drug overdose.
But he had his knee on his neck. And we all saw the video.
I guess in the end, it all catches up with you. My grandpa asked me one time if I care whether I live or die. Yeah, I do. Now it's too late.
Apparently there's been a shooting. Out fireworks.
We cordon off this
Safety team is here. I just heard them say the active shooter, Charlie Kirk, has been shot. Charlie Kirk got hit, is what the security detail just said.
Charlie, we've pushed back against the media on COVID, on lockdowns, on Ukraine, on the border. It's like maybe we should also ask a question. Is the media totally presenting the truth when it comes to Israel? Just a question, that maybe we shouldn't believe everything the media says, because I know I've been conditioned to ask a lot more critical questions over the last couple of years. So, Ben, some people would accuse Israel of wanting to ethnically cleanse. Some people in the Israeli government are saying, again, it's all over the place, right? You have opinions all over. In your opinion, what would a good outcome 5 years from now be, and how does one respond to the claims of ethnic cleansing?
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We got him. On the evening of September 11th, a family member of Tyler Robinson reached out to a family friend who contacted the Washington County Sheriff's Office with information that Robinson had confessed to them or implied that he had committed the incident. This information was relayed to the Utah County Sheriff's Office and scene investigators at Utah Valley University. This information was also conveyed to the FBI. Investigators reviewed additional video footage from UVU surveillance and identified Robinson arriving on UVU campus in a gray Dodge Challenger at approximately 8:29 a.m. on September 10th, in which he is observed on video in a plain maroon t-shirt, light-colored shorts, a black hat with a white logo, and light-colored shoes. When encountered in person by investigators in Washington County on September 12th in the early morning hours,
On this episode of You Might Be a Dumb Motherfucker, this is my rifle. It takes two different tools to take it apart. It takes a Torx key and an Allen key. Now, if I take a shot and immediately disassemble this, I have to remove the bolt, remove the magazine, grab my Allen key, hit the two bolts on the bottom, put those away in the Allen key, grab my Torx key, remove the scope, put everything in the backpack, make sure I have everything, and make my way downtown. Okay, which is going to take a lot longer for him than it is for me, especially because his fine-tuned motor function, something as simple as grabbing an Allen key to a little bolt, is going to be extremely impaired due to a dump of adrenaline throughout his bloodstream. An extreme elevated heart rate is going to make these fine-tuned skills extremely difficult. I mean, just for him to think and analyze of what needs to be done to disassemble this rifle and get away would be difficult. And we're not even going to touch the topic of him assembling the rifle on top of the roof, which if you reassemble a rifle and you take a cold dead shot, it's not going to be 100% accurate. Okay, or the fact that he disassembled this after taking a shot, which the rifle's going to be hot and they found no gloves. There's just so many inconsistencies. It just makes zero sense. I mean, I'm still working on this and I have taken this rifle apart 1,000 times. And now he has to put the pieces of the rifle into a backpack. And this is a gigantic backpack. Shout out Wolfpack, best backpacks on the fucking planet. Anyways, as you can see, this barrel, broken down, does not fit in this backpack. And this is a big boy, way bigger than the one that he was carrying. Okay? I put the rifle stock in here, and guess what? It doesn't fit. It sticks out. Now let's just say, for sake of argument, that he put these in his pant legs and he was walking. These are still so long broken down that he would not be able to walk straight. He wouldn't be able to bend his legs. Doesn't make fucking sense.
Problem with Charlie Kirk is I think he's insincere. I think he's arrogant. He's not polite. But I think that when he goes and does these college debates, question comes in and like a magic 8-ball, the perfect conservative argument comes out. But here's the conceit. Here's the game. The question goes out and Charlie Kirk will basically categorize that and file it into a particular line of argument. Like, so for example, get asked a question about Gaza. He'll say, well, do you believe Israel has a right to exist? And once that question goes out, it goes down a pre-recorded series of questions and answers. So it's like, how can I take any question and comment and filter that, file that into a track, a predetermined track of questions, and I say this and you say that, until we get to a predetermined destination. And I actually don't think that's very honest. I don't think it's terribly impressive. And I think that at Cambridge, when you actually have super intelligent kids debating him, then you see the conceit. And you could see Charlie Kirk had nothing there, because once again, that was the predetermined track. But when you debate Dean Withers, who's getting like a degree in economics, when you debate a kid from Cambridge, then you see him licking his wounds on these shows and saying, well, Dean Withers is not a normal college kid. He's getting a degree in economics. It's like, isn't that what a college kid is? Isn't that what they do, is get degrees in advanced subjects?
Do you remember when Nick Fuentes embarrassed Candace Owens and people laughed at her on social media a few weeks back? Then Candace does this mysterious tweet. Don't dismiss questions. Follow me. Don't dismiss the questions about Charlie Kirk. The shooter was allegedly a groyper. For those of you who don't know, groypers are known for their pedophilia and homosexuality, allegedly. It's Nick Fuentes' group, and he was allegedly a Nick Fuentes follower. But what else are the groypers known for? Hating Charlie Kirk, Think back to Groyper Wars. Allegedly, Fuentes sent his followers to flood Kirk's events, heckle him, smear him, call him a fake conservative. Allegedly, at the event, he got shot. 11 out of the 14 questions at that one event were Groyper's. Is that coordinated? Well, hold on. It gets darker. One Groyper was arrested by the FBI for threatening a terrorist attack at a Charlie Kirk TPUSA conference, while also getting caught with child porn. Also, another allegedly tried to shoot up a Kirk event. So ask yourself, was Nick Fuentes involved? One of his followers? Candace Owens? I don't know. I'm just asking questions.